Good morning. We just left our campsite and we are currently in San Antonio, but I don't think we're gonna get out of the car. We're kind of just driving around it, and we're probably gonna head to Austin in a bit because there doesn't really seem like much. I don't know if it's worth it.
It's also really hot outside. Maybe it's not worth walking around the town.
Also, we have about a 13-hour drive today, so it's gonna take us a lot longer than that because we're gonna go slow, we're gonna stop a bunch, because we're trying to go from Austin, Texas, all the way to Arizona. And so it's gonna be a big day of driving.
We decided that we're just gonna drive through the night tonight and get home. There must be a festival or a Comic-Con or something going on here because there are tons of people just dressed up in interesting outfits and costumes.
Alright, so we are currently driving through San Antonio, but it's so hard to find parking here and we don't really find it worth stopping right now, so we're gonna keep on driving through. We drove past the Alamo, which is pretty cool, but I think we're just gonna head down the 10 West now and look up roadside attractions and just try to find funny little things to do on the way and just do our big drive. Also, the speed limit in Texas is 80. Well, at least on this road, the I-10, which is probably the fastest in America. I think that was the first cop we've seen though, on this road. You'd have to be going really fast to get pulled over on a road that's 80 miles the speed limit. Found this cool milkshake. There it goes. Oh, the straw. Wait, is there a sugar straw? So this is like the best gas station food I've ever gotten. We got milkshake, and then I got brisket with a tortilla, rice, and mac and cheese. Actually, it looks pretty good.
I had a lot of hot Cheetos on the way here, so I'm very full. Just stopped on the side of the road for a little photo walk. So 2 years ago when we drove cross country, Xavier backed into a tree, and ever since then his bumper doesn't stay on properly.
Every now and then you gotta retape it. And Megan noticed it flapping in the wind just now because we're going pretty fast. So we're taping it.
We just got to El Paso, Texas, and I've been looking online for the best Mexican restaurant, and I found this place called Kiki's, and we're on our way there. It's kind of in a neighborhood, which is weird, and all the reviews say that it's this little hole-in-the-wall restaurant, and I'm super excited to see what's in store for us.
Turn right onto Nashville Avenue. In 1 mile, turn right onto North Vienna Street.
Here we are, in the parking lot, in a neighborhood.
Yeah, it's just all residential areas and then just one restaurant in the middle
Like,
of all.
look, there's literally a house right there. Here's someone's house. Here we are outside the restaurant. Alright, look at my plate. I got crab tacos.
It's so big, once again. I got the chicken mole burrito, or the side of beans and rice.
I'm stuffed.
That was hands down the best mole of my life. It was so, so good. They made the sauce so spicy, but also so sweet at the same time, which I feel is really hard to do, so it was perfect. So I really like this place.
Also, I'm gonna get the wheel for the first time this trip, so watch out, world, I'm driving.
So this might be our last time we ever vlog.
Stop it!
I hate sitting passenger, so I've been driving this entire time. But Megan made a good point that it doesn't really feel like a road trip for her if she never gets to drive. So
Yay, my
Megan's
turn.
gonna drive. So all those lights behind us to the left, that's Mexico right there. So I think that's just so cool. We're literally driving next to the border. This is about as close to Mexico as you can get without getting into it. And a fun fact is I've never been to Mexico, so that's still one other country I need to cross off my list. I think I'm up to 34 now, but Mexico's still not happening. But here's little Meg driving. She's doing a fantastic job so far.
Thanks.
It's been about a minute.
I'll have you know that there were so many fingerprints in the windshield that I had to get rid of before I took the wheel. Ugh, I don't know how to save your desert.
This is the biggest diva you'll ever see. After about an hour and a half, Megan is done driving and I have the wheel back. It is currently 9:46 according to this time zone. We're about to drive into another time zone and we already came from a different time zone today. And so we're pretty messed up with the time right now.
Basically, we're gonna be in 3 time zones today.
But I think we have a little over 4 hours left of driving, so we've still got a good amount even though it's pitch black outside. And so we're gonna have a long drive tonight.
So unfortunately, the camera isn't picking this up, but we have been driving through the most amazing heat lightning. Just every couple seconds on the road, from every which angle, there's so much light and it's beautiful and it's lighting up the whole sky. I wish that the camera would pick it up. It's so pretty. We made it to Arizona! I got an awful video of the sign, but we're here. We're about 3.5 hours from my house. We're supposed to arrive about 1:30 a.m.
Which would really be 3:30 for us. Alright, so now it is pouring. There's crazy thunder. It is pitch black. And we still have a little over an hour to go. We're driving really slow though, so I don't know how long this is gonna actually take. But yeah, it's very difficult.
Oh my gosh. Luckily there's some cars ahead of us and so we've just been following their headlights or tail lights. We can't see them anymore though. We're currently driving down my street. It is 1:43 a.m. which is actually 3:43 our time. Xavier is exhausted, but we're so close to pulling into my driveway. Good night. Good night.